What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy J Tuck. Real Cowboys fans, stand up. Yo, we are 2 days away from kicking off versus the San Francisco 49ers in the divisional matchup on the road, man. And I'm excited. This is old school football. I feel like this matchup is going to be a fun one. I know both fan bases are passionate. You see all the back and forth online. We are ready to go. It's just got an old school feel, which I'm excited about it. But before we get to Sunday, we still got work to do. So let's go ahead and dive into the scouting report. Now, when it comes to the San Francisco 49ers team, they are extremely talented. Let's not take that away. They got some names. They got some guys, right? And adding Christian McCaffrey to the mix this year only added to their talent pool, right? But Trent Williams, man, their starting left tackle, man, he's phenomenal. We had to deal with him last year. Him and Randy Gregory went back and forth. Phenomenal tackle, first ballot Hall of Fame guy. They added Christian McCaffrey. Deebo Samuel, he is healthy. He is back. We know what he brings to the table. He is their physical wide receiver, their yak guy. He's kind of the engine when it comes to their wide receiver core. He can play in the backfield. He can do a lot of things. He's their Swiss Army knife. You got George Kittle, phenomenal tight end. Nick Bosa on the defensive side of the ball. Probably be your defensive player of the year, rightfully so. But they also got Fred Warner. And I'll tell you guys, when you watch the film on the San Francisco 49ers, Fred Warner just jumps off the screen. I mean, he's the old vet middle linebacker, but he jumps off the screen. Now, we also have to be aware of their new quarterback when it comes to Brock Purdy. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of skeptical when it comes to Brock Purdy, but I'll say this. I feel like we would probably be in a much better situation if this was a Jimmy G game, right? But Brock Purdy, I scouted him coming out of Iowa State, and I watched him heavily in the Big 12. He's an arm talent. He likes to sling the ball. He threw the ball all around the field in college. He just wasn't winning no game. So when you put that type of talent surrounded with the talent they already have in San Francisco, you can be successful, right? So I don't want to take anything away from Brock Purdy. I honestly would like it better if it was Jimmy G, right? But Brock Purdy thus far has played well, but I think there's a few wrinkles that Dan Quinn can add to his defense to fully get him off track. Also, when you look at their offense in totality, right? Offense averaging 26 points per game, that's 6th in the NFL, and they are a possession team. So they like to play the slow, lethargic, ground and pound game, time of possession, and get up out of there with the victory, which the Dallas Cowboys defense cannot allow. 138 rushing yards per game. They are 8th in the NFL. Passing offense-wise, 226 yards average in the air, 13th in the NFL. And they like to do a lot of quick passes. They like to get the ball out quick. Brock Purdy has around 71% completion percentage on his quick passing game, but his 7-step drops, his deep throws is a little bit inaccurate, So if honestly, Dan Quinn is going to have to get up and play man press, play zone press to throw off those quick throws because they like to yak you to death. When it comes to their defensive side of the ball, now we dealt with their defense last year in the playoffs, right? They are number 1 in total defense, only 300 yards allowed per game. Second in run defense and 20th in pass defense as well. So they have some talent, as I mentioned. There's Greenlaw, there's some other guys out there, like they are physical in the trenches. This will be your body is sore after the game. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you play tough physical teams, you're going to be sore after these games. And I feel like this is going to be a game where Dallas Cowboys going to have some aches and bruises. But I feel like this team has been built for this moment. Tyler Smith for this moment. Sam Williams for this moment. Like I said in my previous video, everything we did was leading up to this moment when it comes to our offseason, and we added guys like Hankins and we got more physical in the trenches, more blue collar. When it comes to their secondary isn't the best, right? So they're 20th in pass defense, but they're tied for 1st in the interceptions. So if you give them an opportunity to make a play, they'll make a play, but I think there's going to be opportunities for our wide receivers and Dak Prescott to have another big day. But it all comes down to blocking up front and protection. And when it comes to Brock Purdy overall, he has a 67% completion percentage and 11 sacks allowed thus far. So my keys to victory is, as I mentioned a second ago, protect Dak. If you give Dak Prescott time, he is going to have another good game, right? But you got to protect. But that's what happened last year. The protection wasn't there. Everything collapsed. And offensively, we just wasn't there. Defensively, we have to get pressure. We got to get pressure up front, right? Our front four, Micah, D-Law, Dorrance, Sam, Osa, you got to get pressure on Purdy, right? Offensively, we're going to see here in the film in a quick second, there's going to be one-on-one matchups that our offensive line and also our wide receivers are going to have to win. So for our wide receivers, because this happened last year, right? We go back and watch the film, and it took me a while to go back and watch it, right? There was a lot of opportunity when you saw one-on-one coverage with Amari Cooper, and we just didn't take the opportunity. I don't think that's the case, but we got to be balanced, but also keep Warner off balance as well. We can't sit back and just drop back and throw the ball 45 times against this defense. That kind of works into their favor, right? So RPO, screens, draws, coming on the edges, like the same kind of kitchen sink that we hit Tampa Bay with, we need to hit this San Francisco team with as well. And I know a lot of people want to talk about, yo, Tuck, I know they're talented, but look at their schedule. Who have they played? Who have they beat? And you can kind of add that into, the conversation, right? They're ranked 15th when it comes to their strength of schedule. But I will say this. At the end of the day, you can't control what other people in your division is doing, right? You can't control what the Rams, they kind of flamed out, right? Because when you look at strength of schedule, you know what I'm saying? You have the one that starts in the beginning of the season that's based off the previous season, but then adjusts based off of winning percentages. So they're 15th right now, but I'll say this. Kansas City is 16th. And a lot of people still believing in Kansas City to win the Super Bowl. So just because their strength of schedule is kind of in the middle of the road doesn't mean this is going to be an easy victory. But let's go ahead and get into the film session. So when it comes to this San Francisco 49ers team, I feel like this is going to be a Tony Pollard game. Why do I think this is going to be a Tony Pollard game? Because I feel like off the edges, that is going to be our best opportunity. And salute to my guy, Professor O. He posted a stat the other night, salute to Pick 6 Sports, about how much yardage they give off the edge. And I think they're averaging almost 6 yards per carry off the edge. And so you go and see what the Seahawks were able to do in the wild card game with Walker. Seal the edge right here. This left tackle, boom. You have this sealed edge right here. And you want these linebackers to have to flow and make a decision and get to the outside. And I just feel like Tony Pollard, with his speed dynamic, gives you the best opportunity on the edges with the burst, right? Zeke really just isn't that burst guy. He's your ground and pound guy right now. But I feel like Tony Pollard, if you give him the opportunity for one-on-one, this outside edge, this is going to the house with TP. So I expect a big game from Tony Pollard. Now, you're still going to need Zeke, right? You're going to need that hammer, but I feel like for the most part, you got to hit the 49ers. Well, a little bit of the 49ers, they are going to use Christian McCaffrey in so many different ways in the passing game, screen game, get him off the edge, up the middle. Like, you can use Tony Pollard in that same capacity. I know there's been a conversation about Tony Pollard and Christian McCaffrey and whatnot. I'll say Christian McCaffrey is the more proven running back, but Tony Pollard is fully capable, so you have to give that opportunity. On this next film right here, this play right here, they like to play a lot of single high, and they will stack the box. They will stack the box and come after you, right? That's kind of their forte. But when we see this down here, whether that's Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, T.Y. Hilton, you got to go to them, Dak. And this is what we failed to do last year. Now, of course, you have to protect in the pocket, right? That's the most priority. But there's going to be one-on-one opportunities. And you see Geno Smith and DK Metcalf, they take the opportunity in a shot downfield. So if they are going to play single high coverage, right, you're going to have to make them pay, because if not, they are going to stack the box and come after you and give it all you got. Let's look how they blocked up front. If you give Dak protection, boom, it's blocked well. Everything is blocked up front well. Boom. Got here, everything's blocked, locked, right? Give Geno Smith that protection, he'll make a play. But if you give Dak Prescott the opportunity, he'll make a play. And also, since Dak is now using his legs, even if the shot isn't there, boom, right? So I feel like there's a lot of different ways the Dallas Cowboys can stress this 49ers defense, but you got to make them pay if they're playing that single high safety. And they did on this play. And then last play here, just defensively, this was a sack that Purdy gave up in the red zone. And once again, right, they're playing up. They're playing up. They're not playing. They're not giving a lot of space here on the edges, right? And you look, that is where Purdy wanted to go. That's originally where he wanted to go, but he got stripped away from him. So he's ready to hit that quick throw right there to Debo. Boom. It's not there because this corner's right there. He could possibly jump it. So if you make Brock Purdy come off his first read, come off his second read, and have to get backside, I just don't think he's developed as yet in his NFL career because he only played, 6-7 games thus far. He's not going to be able to scan the field and get backside, right? And then you have pressure coming in the interior, and he has to eat the sack. So once again, like we saw on Monday, cover 2, press. You really have to throw a lot of different looks at Purdy and make him feel like a rookie. Now, the hard part with that is he has talent around him with Christian McCaffrey and Kittle and Debo Samuel, right? So you got to be aware of that. But if you're able to throw off the timing, throw off the rhythm, and get pressure, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys defense can have a good day versus San Francisco 49ers offense and come back with the victory, man. So that's it, man. It's your boy, J Tuck. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at JTuck151. I am headed to San Francisco in the morning, so definitely give me a follow to get all your in-depth coverage. I'm going to be in the building, and I cannot be more excited. So I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and let's go get this win, Cowboys Nation. Peace.